You ever watch someone shoot to internet stardom and then immediately speedrun their own cancellation like it's a Mario Kart shortcut to irrelevance? Well, yeah, that's Hailey Welch right now. Or, as the internet dubbed her, the Hawk Tuah girl. She went from Girl of the Summer to Scam Coin spokesperson in record time. And now she's out here pretending she still has a career, fake crying on her podcast as if we all forgot she scammed her fans, and then disappeared faster than the refund link she posted on Twitter. So how exactly did Hailey take her 15 minutes of fame, microwave it, set off the fire alarm, and stand in the smoke like everything smells fine? Well, to truly understand, first, we need to rewind to when the internet fell in love with a random southern girl on the street who spat out a sound that echoed through TikTok like a national anthem for chaos. Hawk Tuah. That one clip turned into a meme so powerful it got her invited on podcasts, handed brand deals, and propped up by a management team faster than you can say meme coin. And honestly, it's almost impressive how viral she went for just saying,
you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, you get me?
But instead of using that momentum to build a brand or, not destroy her reputation, Hailey decided to cash out like she was speedrunning influencer bingo and launched her own cryptocurrency coin. Because when in doubt, launch a scam coin. I mean, it's kind of like influencer tradition at this point. And so Hailey launched a meme coin so sketchy it made Fire Festival look like a TED Talk. She promised it was for the fans. She said she would give tokens to merch buyers and charity donators.
The plan is to give these coins to my real fans, the ones that buy my merch, watch my podcast, donate to my charity.
And then, shock of the century, it got snipe-botted, dumped, and left fans broken confused. And what was Hailey's response? Radio silence. Not even a my bad or a half-assed notes app apology. She dipped for 4 whole months. Even Duquan checked in more times than she did. But then, out of nowhere, she dropped an emotional comeback episode on her podcast. And by emotional, I mean I have one sponsor left, so I gotta make this fake cry count. She sniffled, she blamed her team, she called Coffeezilla scary.
Coffeezilla got on there. Scary guy, let me tell you. Don't ever want to have a conversation with him.
And then casually plugged her promo code like her fans weren't still holding onto empty wallets. It was giving Instagram apology meets Shark Tank pitch vibes. Now, here's where things got weirdly theatrical because her excuse tour was wild. She blamed her ex-partner Doc Hollywood, then her lawyers, then a friend of a friend, and even the Securities and Exchange Commission. She even claimed she didn't know who was behind the coin, despite being offered $125k upfront, $200k after launch, and 5% of the token supply. So, in my eyes, that's not confusion, that's contract negotiation. I mean, you're telling me you're getting paid around $500,000 to not know what's going on? Bro, where do I sign up? But anyways, then came Coffeezilla, the Batman of YouTube scams. He dropped a video with receipts, screenshots, and a whole thesis paper of contradictions. Turns out, Hailey's lawyer begged Coffeezilla to come on the podcast, but then Hailey backed out claiming she was too scared. Meanwhile, leaked messages showed Doc Hollywood admitting Hailey was getting 50% of the coin's profits.
Here he is saying, we'll do best to make it as simple as possible. The pre-sale raise is 50-50 Project Hailey. Fees for market making and LP is split between us and Hailey 50-50.
So no, she wasn't just the spokesperson, she was the blueprint. So that whole I don't know anything act, yeah, that's not holding up well. And to make things worse, her team secretly leaked the comeback episode, violating an agreement with FaZe Banks who helped film it. Why? Well, because the coin's trading volume spiked the second the episode dropped. And of course her team sold tokens during the spike. So Banks was furious, and rightfully so. He then publicly distanced himself and basically said, "Y'all are messy and I want no part of this." So Hailey nuked her apology, scammed again, and lost one of the only creators who was willing to give her a platform. Pretty much a masterclass in self-destruction. Now, for a brief moment, it looked like she might actually face consequences. The SEC opened an investigation, fans got hopeful, and Twitter was on the edge of its seat. But then nothing happened. Her lawyer told TMZ the case was dropped, no charges, no fines, no justice. Which to me is like watching someone get pulled over for speeding and then given free gas. Like, it makes no sense. So with all this legal drama behind her now, she tried one last power move. A podcast episode with KSI. Massive creator, huge audience, easy win, right? Yeah, no. Instead of an insightful convo or even a decent back and forth, Hailey fumbled it like a first-time podcaster reading Wikipedia notes. She literally asked KSI if he invented FIFA.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
There's just...
So what was the first thing you got like really known for?
Ooh, FIFA.
What is FIFA?
So FIFA is like a football game or soccer game where I don't know, you pass the ball around the pitch and then you put it in the net.
Oh, you come up with that?
No, I did not come up with FIFA. No.
Sometimes you just sit here and think to yourself, why does the internet have to make these people famous? I mean, it was one of those interviews where you can feel the awkwardness through the screen. So it was less of a comeback and more of a confirmation she's out of her depth. Even her own fans said the interview felt like a YouTube collab between a microwave and a toaster. And the views barely cracked 5 digits, which for someone with global recognition who was the face of the internet at one point, that's pretty rough. And then in a follow-up episode, she addressed the crypto scandal. Sort of. She answered pre-planned questions like, did you make money off the coin? Do you feel bad? Would you ever do crypto again? It was just giving a middle school play vibe. Staged pauses, scripted confessions, all wrapped up in PR buzzwords and vague answers.
Then he says this, the contract says she was paid $125K on signing, $200K within 30 days of launch. Interesting. We didn't know that. And 50% of the net proceeds of the project, with mutually agreed upon tokenomics, the tokenomics we agreed to, were for half of the 10% of the tokens.
Meanwhile, leaked legal documents showed she made bank. Her lawyer confirmed she had profit sharing agreements, so the whole operation was airtight except the accountability. That part had more holes than her public image. But she claimed the money's all gone now, spent on PR, legal fees, therapy, Starbucks, who knows. But when asked for numbers, she magically didn't have any. It's the typical influencer special. Cry broke, give no numbers, and hope people stop asking questions.
So did you make anything from the coin at all?
So the only thing I made from it wasn't even from the coin. I got paid a marketing fee. That's all I made. I did not make a dime from the coin itself.
And to top it off, in the greatest stretch of logic I've seen since Flat Earthers, Hailey actually said people shouldn't be mad at her for promoting a coin because celebs like Paris Hilton slap their names on products all the time. I'm not even joking. That's like saying it's okay to crash someone's car because Jeff Bezos didn't build the engine in your Toyota. I mean, what are we doing? This is just influencer logic at its peak. And to make matters worse, she claimed she had a refund link on Twitter but lost access to her account.
So a class action company reached out to me and asked if we could do something like that up that alley. So I said yes, but that was on my Twitter account, Hailey Welch X, but I'm no longer like control of that.
Bruh, we can recover Twitter accounts in 2025 with a blink and a phone number. So did she really lose access or lose interest? Because fans are still out here holding worthless tokens while she's doing podcasts with Chanel West Coast about sloppy toppy.
Ever since, like, discovering who you are and seeing your viral clip, let me just tell you, girl, I literally, it's like, I can't give this man a blowjob without thinking of your face. Oh my God.
So, despite this mess, she's still uploading episodes, but the numbers aren't looking good. Dislikes outweigh likes, comments are ruthless, and it seems like the only people still watching are hate watching. So, at this point, she's trying to resurrect a career that's already been cremated. Because the fact is, viral fame is a cruel mistress. You go from TikTok queen to crypto clown in 90 days, but what's sad is how hard Hailey is clinging to the illusion that she's still relevant, although it's obvious the fans have moved on. The clout is gone, and her own legacy is a cautionary tale for what happens when you think memes equal longevity. And we've seen this happen time and time again, when people go viral for absolutely no reason and then they fall off just as fast. But in Hailey's case, she could have pivoted, she could have been real, but instead she's in denial that her career is over. All because she scammed her fans, fumbled the comeback, burned every bridge, and now her podcast views look like someone forgot to click public. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think she can bounce back, or is this just another meme girl learning the hard way that virality is temporary, but bad choices are forever? So until next time, always remember, you can Hawk Tuah your way into fame, but you can't spit your way out of karma. Peace.